In the hillside shadows of ancient Judah, a king named Jehoshaphat began his reign with a vow:
cleanse the land of idols that dimmed their covenant faith.
This is not merely a tale of one ruler, but a study in leadership under grace, how faith guides in crisis.
How reform sustains a nation.
Jehoshaphat did not win the people with bravado alone. He restructured the heartbeat of the kingdom: wisdom in the courts and instruction in the fear of the Lord. He removed the high places of idol worship and gathered the elders, appointing judges who would rule with integrity.
Reform, for him, was not merely policy, but covenant renewal.
Reorienting the nation's heart toward God and training leaders to see through God's eyes. Yet even solid foundations must face testing time, for peace is a fragile thing when the world presses in.
Then a storm rose from the desert. Moab, Ammon, and their allies gathered in a formidable coalition, threatening Judah's security.
Fear pressed in, but Jehoshaphat chose a different first response: prayer.
We do not know what to do, but our eyes are on you.
In the cadence of worship, God's justice moved.
Not in bravado, but in trust. And the Lord delivered Judah.
Turning the tide in a manner beyond sword and spear.
Coalition dissolved, and the land breathed again.
The victory leaves behind lessons as sturdy as the walls of a fortress. Trust in God, seek His guidance, and measure victories by faithfulness more than force. Jehoshaphat leads by prayer, governance, and justice, inviting the people to revere the Lord and embrace reform as a daily practice. We tasted mercy today because we chose to look beyond ourselves.
Leadership, however, is tested not only by external threats, but by the alliances we choose.
Jehoshaphat's generosity and his earlier reforms drew him into an uneasy partnership with Ahab.
The alliance, though born of prudence and openness, carried spiritual hazard. Politics pressed against covenant fidelity. Would not be immediate, but would echo through generations.
Trade, marriages, and mutual protection. These ties can bind us to a fate not our own.
The warnings are clear. Even righteous leadership can be drawn into compromises that loosen the anchor of faith.
The consequences, though not immediate, begin to surface in the days that follow. Touching households and the moral climate of the nation.
What one generation sows in alliance and compromise becomes the air their children breathe. Jehoshaphat's steadfast heart faced a sobering reminder. A nation's spiritual health hinges
on covenant faithfulness across generations.
How do we steward the faith we've received,
so it remains a living legacy for those who come after? Jehoshaphat's life invites us to lead, with prayer as our first response.
In the quiet moments of leadership, whether in family, church, or city,
we steward a covenant faith that blesses today
and safeguards tomorrow.
May our choices today echo in the generations to come. To pursue reform with wisdom and to discern partnerships with discernment.